A couple of times in this video I'm going to reference my CAD design or my 3D model, and I made a separate video on actually making this design in 3D that I'm going to end up building. I've been wanting to build my own desk for a while now, and it's taken me a while to get to a place where I was just going to build it, and I've finally gotten there. So I've thought up a number of designs for this desk. I think this is the 4th design that you're seeing right now. Part of this whole process for me has been the fact that I wanted to make this desk out of maple plywood, and so in my own mind I was struggling, what is the right form factor for this maple plywood desk that I want to make? Yeah, stick around and watch me build it. Because I made a SketchUp model of the desk that I want to build, I was able to just check the dimensions on the first cuts that I need to make, so I know exactly what those are. The first cuts that I need to make are 18 inches off of both of the 4x4 sheets that I have from the original 4x8 sheet of plywood. Now I can go back and double check my design for the next couple of cuts that I need to make. So from what's left of these 2 big boards, I know that I need one strip that's about 12 inches and one that's about 9 1/8 or so inches. So now that I've got all these lovely pieces, the bigger pieces kind of squared away, what I need to do now is to start breaking down these 2 smaller from the bigger sheets in order to get the smaller parts. And I'm going to start that by turning these 90 degrees from how I've been putting them through the saw and cut off some parts of their short ends. Because of the way I laid all this out, I should be able to now have exactly the length that I need, which I do, on the piece that I'm going to make the legs out of. That means that I've designed my cut list such that when I come to this particular piece, my legs will be exactly the right length if I just cut 4 pieces out of this, which is kind of nice. So insofar as I can tell, I have all the pieces I need, but I also have this extra piece. So I'm not really sure what's up with that. I know I made one mistake, and that was that there was a particular one of the 2 big boards. After I'd made that first cut, I swapped them in my head because I didn't quite get it right, and so I cut the right pieces out of the wrong boards. So I think I have everything, and now I gotta start looking at the 3D design as opposed to the flat design. I just love to make things, but I don't like a long drawn out process. I want to plug and play and be able to have a finished product, or a mostly finished product, fairly quickly. This project is a great example of that. I built this entire thing in 3 or 4 hours in an evening, and I'm really proud of it. I really am. It's definitely not a piece of art or craftsmanship necessarily, but I bring it up partially because I'm using these Craig pocket hole jig and screws throughout this build, and what that does for me is it allows me to do that plug and play much better. Pocket hole screws are great. They're rather strong in my opinion. I think it's about 140 pounds a piece according to Matthias Wandel. They're good enough, but I also think that they allow me to have the building experience that I want to have, and that's really important for me. Like, having the experience that I want to have when I'm doing one thing or another means that I'm going to actually enjoy it and I'm actually going to come back to it. So I've stepped away from woodworking for quite a while now, quite simply because I wasn't having the experience that I wanted out of it, because I was taking too much time to build everything. Coming back to this place of this is what I want to do and this is how I want to do it, and being okay with that, not putting any pressure on myself to make it one way or another because it, fulfills some other idea of quote-unquote craftsmanship, I think was really good for me. One of the things that I have not shown is the fact that I had to cut the legs about 2 inches shorter to get it just to the right height for me. I made this over the weekend while I was house sitting, and I was able to use it for a couple of different times with a couple of different chairs that were laying around, and it's just perfect for what I need and for what I want, and I think I'm really going to enjoy using it going forward. Thank you so much for your time and for your attention today. If you enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to like or subscribe to my channel. The bell next to the subscription button turns on notifications so that you'll be notified whenever I post new content, in case you'd like to stay up to date with what I'm doing. I'll see you in the next one.